we have to stop the Asian hate, right? That incident that happened in Atlanta with those women, they went into that massage parlor. That white man, not they. Let me be very clear. Went into the massage parlor and shot up them Asian women. What's that about? Like, people just, I don't know, like certain stuff just be weirding me out. Like, what would possess you to do some shit like that? Like, it's not that serious. Like, oh my gosh. Prayers to those families. And like, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the Asian community. Like, I heard about I don't remember what state or city it was in, but an older Asian man got pushed and in the street. They didn't even rob him. They just pushed him and he banged his head. Like, what the fuck is actually wrong with people? Like, over COVID? Really? Like, I don't know. I just can't relate. Just like leave Asian people alone. And I'm gonna be very humble, open, and transparent, which might be problematic. But I do remember when, in like the beginning of COVID, an incident happened, I think in New York. Well, I don't think. I know it happened in New York City. I just don't know what borough. And a girl, like, beat up some Asian lady. They said it was a hate crime. I was just like, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. When I first heard the story, I didn't believe that the girls beat her up over COVID or a hate crime. I thought that they probably beat her up because she being rude. Because I'm going to just tell you right now, that's how when a lot of in the beginning, let me speak, bitch. Okay? In the beginning, when a lot of shit was going on, especially like with the COVID and just people I don't agree with violence or just people just bringing down the Asian community. I was just like, I want them to fight their own fight, because growing up in Brooklyn, pre-gentrification, Asians, bitch, when you want to talk racist, you could talk about Asian people, bitch. Like, they were, to me, some of the most racist people. Like, white people are top 5 races. Like, they're number 1. We know that. Number 1. Right up under that is Asians. I put on my life, like, when it comes to, like, certain races, when I think of racism, I'm always going to think white first. Then I'm going to think Asians next. I swear, like, that's how bad, when I'm talking growing up, I'm talking about young. I'm talking about elementary school. Like, I was, like, 10, 11, 12. And Asians, they run everything, especially back in the day. Like, now you see a lot of Black-owned businesses and just other businesses as well. But they ran the Chinese food store. I seen incidents happen where, yes, the Asian person the Asian person had the right to bug the fuck out. But I've also seen instances where Asian people be being mad rude, mad nasty. Period. A lot to Black people. And it was like one of those things where it was like a real toxic relationship, I felt, with the Black community, because they ran all the things we kind of loved at the time. Like, I don't really bang with Chinese food, not because of COVID, but I just, I think I ate it too much. I don't know. That was the one reason why I don't really eat it as much as I used to. But, but I do love me some steamed dumplings, though. I love me some dumplings. I love them fried. I love them steamed. I love dumplings from, like, Asians. I don't care what race it is. I don't care. Their dumplings taste amazing. But anyway, moving on. But, so yeah, like, growing up, I've seen, I felt like it was a toxic relationship between the Black community and the Asian community. Like, they ran the beauty supply stores. We love getting our hair done. They run the Chinese food stores. We used to love Chinese food growing up. They ran a lot of stuff that we kind of had in our mind, we felt we had to go to. I said the nail salon, right? Yeah. And even like the nail salon the other day, like, I was going to this nail salon at one point because it was close to the house. Like, I could walk to it or whatever. And that's my new thing, is like, it's just everything got to be in close quarters. So I could walk there and I was like, they don't really know how to do designs. Like, they could do one color set. You feel me? But I just be being impatient. And they cheat, by the way. I must bring that up. But every time we go in there, was this one Asian lady. She argued with all the black people, and not just the black people, even the Hispanic people. Like one time, a baby was crying, and she knew the Spanish girl name. She was like, I'm gonna say Linda, cause she like, Linda, take your baby out and make her be quiet. I was like, like she always going at, like she just got an attitude problem, like all the time. And I was like, yo, Brittany, you need to stop coming here because you advocating this shit, like. So, of course, I found me a black-owned nail salon. And they actually do nails good. Like, black woman is doing your nails. And a black man and his mother owns the nail salon. I'll tell you, it's called Millennial Nails. It's in Brooklyn. I forgot what street it's on. But, yeah, you can look it up on Instagram or whatever, Kiss it be. I really like it there. They kind of pricey, but they're cool. I haven't been back, but my last set when I had, like, the white and the pink ombre, they did that. But they do a lot of other designs as well. But anyway... So we do have that leeway now, like where we could we don't have to go to Asians to do certain stuff. I don't know, Chinese food, you can't really get that from a black person. I mean, black people know how to cook anything at this point. You know what I'm saying? And beauty supply store, I wonder if there's any black owned beauty supply stores. I never looked into that ever. Like, it just never hit me to look into something like that. I know a Hispanic owned beauty supply store. Actually, but is it owned by a Hispanic though? Let me not make stuff up. But yeah, so I always had this weird love-hate relationship with the Asian community. Like, I don't hate all Asians. Like, I have an Asian friend, like a real life Asian friend. Like, I'm not even capping, believe it or not. Like, but those things always stuck with me. And just how, like, even when they was talking about with COVID and everything that happened, how the Asian community, they make so much money, but they never give back to the community. And I understand they got to give money to the people back at home and all that stuff. But they just, like, this is just my opinion. Now, am I saying that they deserve to be killed? No. I'm just saying prior to them getting killed, when things was going on, I wanted them to fight their own fight. Now it's getting a little out of hand. And I'm a woman of God first, I got to make sure I'm like, stop Asian crime, stop Asian hate, stop it. Like you can't say, don't kill black people, don't kill this person, but it's okay to kill Asians. Like, you don't do that shit. Like, it's not okay to kill anyone. I'm just putting that out there. But I do remember before they really, like, to me, before they even really started wilding, like with the Asian thing, like at first, and obviously Trump, entertain that bullshit, but I keep calling it the China virus, the Wang Ho virus. I don't know what the fuck else he was calling it, but yeah, I definitely, had a weird relationship. Like that always stuck with me. Like, I grew up in Best Side, Brooklyn. Even when I moved to Starrett, and just if they own a liquor store, sometimes they own liquor stores. A lot of different people own liquor stores now, but sometimes some of them are Asian owned. Like, and they just always just doing some shit. Like, they just be doing too much. And it don't even be just to me. Like, I see how they treat other people, and I'm telling you, it's just like a toxic ass relationship with the black and Asian community. Like, you'll see like an Asian person disrespect the black person and just be like, oh Lord. Like, when they be doing it in the store, like, let me mind my business. Like, that type of thing. But they be doing some foul shit. Even when I was in Buffalo, like, they just, like, I don't know if they have a thing against black people or whatever, but I do remember saying that they need to let them fight their own fight. I do remember saying that. But I do want to say that it's ignorant as fuck to want to beat somebody up or attack somebody over a virus that they didn't start. Yeah, it started in China, but let's say I'm Chinese. Why y'all holding me accountable for something I don't got nothing to do with? Like, I'm just trying to chill. Like, I'm just trying to live my life. I shouldn't be held accountable. And it's a virus. Like, it's something that happened. Like, let's say even if the Chinese government did it, why y'all holding me accountable for something my government did? Like, you get what I'm saying? Let's say like this was all man-made or whatever, COVID. Why am I being held accountable for this? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all cannot do that. And and number one, you just can't kill people in general. You cannot beat anyone up in general. That is not your job. Like, what the fuck? Like, people are really nuts. Like, this country is full of crazy people. Y'all better leave people the fuck alone, So, yeah, we need to stop the Asian hate. I just want to say my little take on my mini ideology of the Asian community and how I felt. And then remember too, and I forgot which part of Asia, they was not making black people like go into certain places and stuff because America said black people have the highest chance of catching COVID and dying from it and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's the audacity for me. The fuck? Like, that got me tight. Like, it's the audacity for me. Like, this shit started in China, and now y'all got these motherfuckers, y'all telling black people they can't go in certain places, and y'all the one who started this shit? Oh my God. This is going crazy. I'm sorry. Let me not stop talking about this topic, because this looks like it's going everywhere, and I don't want no smoke. But I'm just saying how I felt prior, because I wanted to just talk about it. But I never felt... You always got to clarify. I never felt anyone should get beat up. Anyone should get cursed out. Violence is never the answer. Nobody should ever. I never felt like Asian people deserve anything. They don't. No, I don't. Nobody. Period. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Even white people deserve to get beat up. Deserve to get killed. None of that. That should never be the answer. We need to learn how to talk and communicate with each other. But I just felt like they need to fight their own fight. That was the realm I was going to. Because it was a little more deep rooted, but you know, I gotta cut that shit out too. I tell myself that because people be like hating black people for one thing that one black person did to them or whatever, or just because of the way they portrayed on the media and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate crime. Stop it. Stop. Y'all need to stop in general. Period. You just finished watching a clip from a podcast called Brit Says The Podcast. BRITTSAYS. If you want to watch that full episode, you can click right up here. And if you want to stream and listen to Brit Says The Podcast, it is available on all DSPs such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, DEEZER, iHEARTRADIO. Anything you can imagine, you'll find Brit Says The Podcast. So go ahead out, listen, leave a review and 5 stars. And while you're here, subscribe to my channel.